We love Captain America Civil War, or at least we think we will, and you should too. Civil War is right around the corner, well, in May, so middle of the year, and I'm as excited as you can get for this. You should see my desktop wallpaper. This is it. Awesome, isn't it? Found it on a wallpaper website. Anyway, if you're like me, you can't help but look at all these fun theories going around as to what the movie's about. So I've compiled some of my favorite ones like I did a long time ago for the Joker is Robin theories, and we're gonna go over them, and I'm gonna throw in my own theories into them. Now I'm gonna warn you, these might be spoilers. I have no idea if any of these theories that I found are actually going to be legit or not, so this may be accurate, it may not. Let's find out. First off, I'm hearing that the Red Hulk is going to appear. Now, that's not a giant surprise because General Thunderbolt T. Ross will be in this movie. He hates the Hulk, which leads him to hating the Avengers, which leads him to hating superheroes. This leads me to completely believe that he'll be one of the leading officials behind the Superhero Registration Act. This has led a lot of fans to believe that we might get the birth of the Red Hulk, except I personally don't think it's true. Let's ignore for the fact that they've clearly stated that there will be no Red Hulk. In my opinion, it wouldn't have made any sense for us to have the Red Hulk. He is one of the primary villains of the Hulk, and if not a primary villain, he's definitely one of the most popular of Hulk's villains. I mean, who cares about the leader or Abomination? I don't think there's any truth to this one at all, because honestly, when we finally get another Hulk movie, that's when we need Thunderbolt T. Ross. That's when we need Red Hulk. I've also heard a few rumors about Hydra being gone for good. This one, while true for now, isn't going to stay true. I'm telling you right now. If you read the comics, you know for a fact that every villainous organization and villain themselves comes back all the time. As a matter of fact, Hydra is back in the comics as an evil real estate company in Ms. Marvel right now. Another theory that I've heard is that Ant-Man will actually grow and become Giant Man in this movie. There have been a series of questions as to who the heavy hitter will be with the Hulk gone for the Thor movie. Well, a popular opinion right now is that Ant-Man will grow in this movie and replace the heavy hitter known as the Hulk, and I can see that happening. In the Civil War actual comic series, we do have a Giant Man, but not only that, it's a part of the character Ant-Man, one that he doesn't use very often that people aren't even aware of. So having him grow will be like an epic moment in the movie when everyone's like, oh my god, Ant-Man can do this in reverse? And besides, if you want to hype up Ant-Man before we start getting more word on the Ant-Man and Wasp movie, what better way to do it than be like, by the way, not only can he become an ant and go down to the size of a molecule, but he can become the size of the Empire State Building. The next rumor that I've heard is that Spider-Man's new suit will be a hoodie. This one came from Super Bro Movie News on Twitter, but there's also been rumors that he'll be in the Iron Spider outfit. I don't like these rumors, and I'll tell you why. Because people are trying to assume that this will be his permanent costume. I think that they're both going to be in the movie along with his final costume at the end credits. Now, most of us know the Spider-Man origin. It's been told like 900 times. Everyone basically knows it. So what if we get a change up for the first time in the character's history? Think about it. A lot of the other origins are the same but slightly different in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. So how about this time Peter Parker gets bit at one of Stark's events, takes on the hoodie when he finds out that he has powers, goes to his new friend Tony Stark to explain what happened, Tony Stark gives the kid the Iron Spider suit, and ta-da, you have a new origin. More of Tony Stark taking the reins as the super genius of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and you backdoor your Spider-Man origin, allowing him to get up and running. You can even put him on Tony Stark's side without having him demask or anything crazy. He's just there because he agrees with Tony because Tony gave him the suit. And then at the end of the Civil War, when he disagrees with Tony, he makes his own suit. He makes the Spider-Man suit. Lastly, and the most prominent theory that I see floating around is that Captain America will die. And I don't think this is true. For those of you who are new to the comic book universe, the popular opinion is that Captain America died in Civil War, and that is false. He died in the aftermath in a book that was actually titled The Death of Captain America. But people who don't know the comic lore love to think that he died in Civil War. As a matter of fact, I wouldn't doubt that that's what Marvel's betting on by titling this movie Civil War. They want you to think that Captain America is possibly going to die. Problem is that this is the movie world and we have yet to see the death of a major character. We also already know that Chris Evans is slated for the Infinity War movie all the way at the end of the decade. And we also have tons of other Captain America stories to tell. Seriously, his history is very rich, and to murder him now wouldn't make much sense. So I see this going one of four ways. The entire movie ends on a sour note with Iron Man going on to build his all-new, all-different Avengers, and Cap disappearing until he's needed in Infinity War. He retires officially as Captain America and the mantle goes on unused, or perhaps Falcon takes it over. But I'm almost certain that a leak of that would have happened by now. Or nothing changes. Our superheroes are all angry at each other, but they're still the Avengers. Or, and this one is my theory on this idea, he does die! You see what I did there? I gave you one idea and he yanked it away at the end. So in the comics, he never really dies, it just seems like he does. Long story short, Captain America gets time displaced and everyone thinks that he's dead. But he in fact goes on a time-hopping adventure to save the day. Wouldn't it be a nice break for Chris Evans if the Captain America journey was nothing more than a bunch of end credit tags from here to Infinity War, and he eventually makes his way back at part 2 to defeat Thanos? Just picture it! end credits roll by, and then we just see an adventure of Captain America in the Civil War. Things like that would be amazing. So these are some of my favorite theories with my own spin on them, and if you enjoyed any of these theories, give this video a like, and let's get more theories rolling when we can. We like thinking of crazy things for you guys. Let me know in the comments down below if you have any of your own theories, and I'll see you next time right here.